As promised, Bisi Johnson joins the inaugural episode of the Vikings Vantage. Bisi, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm good. So to start off, I've always said if the NFL ever did some type of bubble similar to the MLB or NBA, I think the Vikings, we would be in good hands simply because you majored in hospitality management in college. So we wouldn't have to worry about,
Oh
guys breaking
God.
rules or guys, leaving the hotel room. But other than that, how's everything been going for you?
Yeah, no, it's all going good. It's really good to be back in Minnesota. I'm over there in Uptown, so it's nice. Just been chilling at the crib. But it's kind of nice. It slows everything down, and then you come to the facility, you see all the boys again, and it feels good.
Speaking of everybody who's been back in the facility, you got 15 new rookie teammates with that
Yeah.
huge draft class. I need to ask, who is the funniest player in the Vikings locker room so far throughout training camp? Who cracks everybody up in there?
I feel like I got to give that to Jets, Justin Jefferson. The dude came in, he's got swagger. He's a funny kid. He's goofy. He's young. And I think all the vets and stuff love his sense of humor.
You talk about young, man. What, you're 22, 23?
Okay, come on now. We're not going there, but yeah, I'm 23.
No, but speaking of that, man, it's a young wide receiver room. So, of course, you got Adam Thielen there. As far as speaking of experience alone,
Yeah.
when last year you got your number called, you made big plays, but
Mhm.
you're still a young guy. So, how have you been able to, be that young guy in the room, but be that veteran leader, have that veteran leadership for those guys that's looking up to you, those rookies and those younger guys?
Yeah, I think it helps just knowing what I have to do on the field. Those guys look up to guys who understand the playbook. They can ask you questions and stuff. So I've gotten a lot of questions from the younger guys, KJ Osborne, Dan Chisena, just asking me simple questions like, "Yo, what do I got?" Or like, how do I attack his leverage on this player?" Something like that. So I think just me allowing to have that knowledge helps establish myself as a little more of a veteran in the room.
You obviously stepped up big time when Adam Thielen got hurt week 6 of last season. My biggest question to you is, what is the biggest difference between last year's wide receiver room and this year's wide receiver room?
I would say, like you guys have talked about it, we're young. But the fact that we're young, I think there's a lot of unknown, but that's exciting for us, because maybe people don't expect a lot of us, and we're going to come out and I think we're going to show them because we got a whole lot of talent. I've been preaching that the whole time. There's a lot of good guys who've come into this room and I think can make a difference on this team.
I know training camp is full go now, but are you one of those guys that's basically saying all right, I know this ramp up period it's necessary, but let's put these pads on. Are you one of those guys too?
No, I'm not one of those guys. Adam is one of those guys. I've been chilling though. It's been nice to just get back into the groove slowly, not just go straight 100% right off the bat. So I've been liking it, but yesterday we got a little taste of what training camp's really going to be like.
Now, I was about to say, speaking of slowly, has the game slowed down for you at all?
Absolutely. It slowed down a whole bunch. Just understanding my role on the field, where I have to be, when I have to be there. It's crazy going from year 1 to year 2, how much of a difference it makes.
I have a fun 2-part question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about training camp? And then what is your least favorite thing about training camp?
Careful.
I would say I'm going to start with the least favorite. Those mornings, man, I'm not a huge morning person. Like early morning, got to get up and be here all day, but that's the nature of the game. Favorite part is just competing, I guess. We get a whole bunch of one-on-ones in there once we throw the pads on and stuff like that. So I'm excited just to get back to those, competing against the guys, having fun, playing football.
What's the ceiling for this wide receiver room? How good can this group be?
There is no ceiling.
I like
There
it.
is no ceiling, baby.
I like
we
that
got
answer.
this.
I like it, but I know we talked off camera a little bit. Many
Yeah.
people, including the OC, which is almost the ultimate praise because you want to be able to be seen and make those plays. But Gary Kubiak has been high on you. I mean, speaking of your adaptability, your athleticism, et cetera, et cetera. What do you accredit that to? Having these people speak so highly of you, it takes a lot of hard work. It's not like it just happened overnight. So what do you accredit that to?
Yeah, it's truly an honor that people see my game and love it so much. I mean, I credit to just the hard work I put in. You know, people talk a lot about, oh, they doubted me, you know, I'm gonna prove them wrong, but it's really me trying to prove myself right, you know, that I can really do this. I can be on this field and play with anybody. Um, and then that also goes like my work ethic in terms of the playbook and everything, being in it every night, you know, studying my scripts. And like I said, just knowing when to be there and where to be and stuff like that. So that's definitely, I think, how I focus on my game.
We had you on Under Center with Kirk Cousins last year, and I
Yes,
just
sir.
remember the biggest thing you said was you went home every single night and studied the
Oh, yeah.
playbook for like 2 to 3 hours. What
Yeah.
like how did you get that drive to just start doing that on your own?
I mean, I wanted to play in the NFL, and that's just the nature of it. You gotta grow up as a player. There's a difference. There's a huge difference, I would say, in terms of that part, the learning curve for like the playbook going from college to NFL. It's a lot bigger. It's a little more detailed, stuff like that. So that's really where it came from. And now it's like the playbook's easy to me. You know, I can go over a script real quick in maybe 30 minutes and I got all the plays down for the next day. So it's nice.
Lastly, before we get you out of here, what should Vikings fans expect from you this upcoming season?
You know, I'm going to go out there and score a bunch of touchdowns this year.
Nice.
That's my goal, man. I'm trying to contribute to this team as much as I can, and we need touchdowns. So I'm going to go get them.